Welcome back to another edition of the Ravens Roundup. Today is Monday, July 10th. We're into the dog days of July, and it's crazy that the summer is just about over. It seems like just yesterday the summer was just starting. Training camp's about to start in a couple of weeks, and the time is flying by. We'll have football here. Training camp starts in a couple of weeks, and time's flying by. So make the most of your time. Tell your loved ones you love them, appreciate them, and just enjoy life, man. Enjoy life, and let's get everybody in here, man. A PTO approval is over. All 6 people are in the building, and let's get everybody in here so we can get started. Let's bring the PTO approved guys in first. What up, Chris? What's good?
What's going on, Coach? What up, Coach? Back from the hiatus.
Hey, nothing wrong with it. You enjoy your time off?
Always a good time.
Hey, make the most of it. Anytime you take time off, I hope everybody enjoys it. Time off with. Hey, you know what? That picture you sent with the girlies, I loved it.
Baseball
I loved it. I loved it.
That's where I was at today.
Loved it. Did they have fun?
Not this practice.
They
this was practice. They don't like practice. They like Allen Iverson. They don't like practice.
they gamers.
I was kind of looking at the time too, and I was like, all right, it's time to go. Like,
hey, quick story. My little boy was playing. Well, he ain't little no more. He's 20. But he was playing pee wee football, and they started practice in the summer and putting them pads on. He hated it. He used to get off the bus and go hide up under the secretary's desk, and I used to make him go to practice. But when the temperature changed and it got cooler, and then he realized that getting hit wasn't gonna hurt nobody, he loved it going out that end. The whole thing different. So he hated practice, but like your girls, he loved playing the games. Once he realized that he wasn't gonna get hurt at the time, and he was pretty much bigger than everybody out there too.
Okay.
So they loved it until other stuff happened.
It didn't hurt him, but it probably hurt them.
Right. And I kind of had some of the same situations that you had, but we'll talk about that after camera. We already know. Me and you went through some of the same stuff. Who else had PTO time last week? What up, Hendo?
Not much. I feel.
Now I will say Hendo's PTO was a little different. Because quiet as it's kept, y'all didn't see Hendo, but Hendo was working. He wasn't chatting, but Hendo was working. He was in the comment section working his fingers. So I saw you without seeing you. So I appreciate you for doing what you had to do. It was some stuff over there that didn't need to be over there. So I saw you working. I appreciate you. Appreciate you.
That's right.
How was your time off?
It's horrible.
How you not enjoy your time off, man?
Listen, because I'm an extremist. Like if I'm working, I work extremely hard. And if I'm lazy extremely hard. And I can get used to it. And I don't want to get used to it. Because sitting there not having obligations feels really, really good. But you have to spend time with your family. Like you have to take time away from this YouTube stuff and spend time with them. And you sometimes have to sacrifice places that you want to be and things that you want to do. So it was cool. It was good.
Gotcha. And if I'm not mistaken, Jazz got a trip coming up, but did she already take it?
Jazz?
Yeah.
Oh no, her trip is the end of the year. She's going to Egypt.
Ooh.
Listen, I'm so proud of her because me growing up, for those people that don't know, I used to be a true Baltimore dude. Like
You used to
Baltimore. No, what I mean by that is when most people, especially most guys from Baltimore, they stay in Baltimore. Like if you live in West Baltimore, you normally stay in West Baltimore. You might travel to East or South Baltimore, but we don't go anywhere. And
you stay in your bubble.
Right. And I love the fact that my daughter's actually getting outside of her bubble and doing things, but it also scares me to death that my baby girl is going far away, that if something pop off, I can't be right there to help her.
And I'm not the Baltimore bubble, but I lived in a bubble too. And my executive producer / wife got me out of that bubble.
Women always do though.
And when I experienced that first taste of travel,
bruh,
I
didn't
realize that it was that much in the world.
I got taken to Mexico for my birthday. I have not been the same since. I hate staying around here now.
Yep, that's what it is. When you see other parts of the world, you want to see more of it. The more you see, the more you want to see.
Facts.
Let's bring in the rest of our guys. What up, Mike?
What up, man? Look, Hendo is 100% correct. I couldn't get them Negroes to travel 2 hours to New Jersey for my baby shower. I'm like, yo, y'all can't drive 2 hours. Nah, we don't leave Baltimore. I'm like, that's a damn shame. So what he said is 100% true.
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't move. It wouldn't do nothing, huh?
Look, it got to be. You got to have, in cases like that, you got to have one here and one wherever, so that they, if they're gonna participate, because they do not leave their comfort zone. They get truly comfortable, man.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere they leave the city is like going into a foreign land. It really is.
You like travel, Mike?
Yeah, man. I love it. I love traveling. My wife is same with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I can get comfortable too in what I'm used to in my surroundings, but she's the social butterfly. So, hey, let's go ahead, whatever. So, but man, I don't have no problem traveling at all.
Gotcha. And last but not least, LBHT crew. What up, Jose and B?
What up?
What's going on, guys?
So me and B are military brats, so we grew up traveling.
Gotcha. Where have you guys lived, if you don't mind sharing, since because I'm assuming military brats up here, there, and everywhere.
So okay, so I was born in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
Right. Doesn't have anything to do with my name, but yeah. I was born in Puerto Rico. They used to have a military base out there. And then my mom married my stepdad, B's father, and we moved to Maine. Then from Maine, we moved to Alaska, and then B was born in Alaska. And then we went back to Maine, and then we went to Hawaii. And then from Hawaii, we went to Maryland. My parents retired in Maryland.
Damn.
So people ask me where I'm from, I just tell them Maryland, because that's where I've been the longest. Like I've been there since I was like 11 or 12.
Okay. And B, you pretty much on that same track, right?
Yeah,
and then, extra
down to St. Croix for a couple of years, and
yeah, we lived in St. Croix for a couple of years.
Maryland.
That's where our family's originally from, the Virgin Islands.
Your favorite spot?
Hawaii was dope. I was ready to go when we left, but Hawaii was a lot of fun. I was still a little kid then.
Hawaii.
Our older brothers enjoyed it a lot more than we did.
Oh, it was beautiful. I went last year. The greens were greener, the hills, the mountains, the different landscapes. The temperature on one side of the big island was different from the temperature on the other side. It was volcano-y on one side and it was beachy on the man. Hawaii was dope.
Now, fun fact. We almost didn't go to Maryland. We almost went to Scotland. So we would have had Scottish accents right now.
Talk about the Ravens and the Panthers. But now, look, for the viewers, now y'all know why B is so gangster, because he got that Alaskan blood.
He got ice in his veins.
He got ice in his veins. That's it.
Literally. That's why he loved Austin Reeves.
Wow.
Bang bang.
Hey, but since we kind of talking about vacation, this ain't got nothing to do with the show. I just kind of piggybacking off what we talking about. where's one place that you guys want to visit that you haven't visited?
I'm gonna go to South Africa.
I want to go to Brazil.
Brazil.
I'm trying to go with you, Chris.
Or
Facts.
go
I was just about to ask Mike, like, yo, we need to set up a trip, but I'll take Hawaii.
We going for prayer and stuff like that. We ain't
Right?
going,
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, brotherhood fellowship.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go dressed up in a big old condom. If I go over there.
For awareness. For awareness.
Right. Just to spread the word.
What I gotta be careful, be mindful of what kind of questions I ask, because Chris is trying to get us in trouble. Chris is the more sentimental of the group. But me personally, I used to didn't want to go to this place, but I do now. I want to go to Africa.
Yes. Oh,
You used to couldn't pull me to say I want to go, but I want to go to Africa and just visit, just to kind of see where I come from.
thanks. Because Coach, you have to remember when we were growing up on TV, all we saw were the Africans with the big stomachs and the flies everywhere and the huts. Africa is nothing like they portrayed it on TV.
Yep.
When they asked you to give 47 cents a day. Like those things gave you that perception that it was a poor country, it was a poor continent, just everything was wrong with it. It was just bad, despair, it was desolate. But now that with social media and everything else, we see that this is a beautiful place to go. And this is where life originated. Lucy was the first skeleton that they've ever found, over millions of years old. And we just, for some of us, we just want to see, where did it all start? And I'm just glad my daughter's going over there to soak up a piece of it.
Yeah, I got a homeboy that went to Egypt. He took his dad a couple years ago, and they had a great time. From what he told me, they had a great time. And basically, Egypt is like a different part. It's like it's not the Africa that we're even though it's on the continent of Africa, it's not really Africa.
No,
so it's like
Egyptian.
It's different. Different, but still. I want to go to Africa, and not Egypt, Africa. I want to go to Africa.
Right.
Right. I want to go to Wakanda. Right. Exactly. So, kind of moving on into the show. August 4th is vastly approaching, and you see Streamlabs just dropped the link for the Roundup meetup, and I'm gonna let Jose kind of shed some light on what's going on August the 4th. And while he's doing that, type in !tickets so that link will pop up.
Yes. August 4th in Columbia, Maryland. We are doing the Roundup meet and greet happening at Bus Boys and Poets. Hendel was just over there today checking out the spot. He was going over by it. Yeah, it's an amazing location. Look, tickets are only $50. Get yours today. Get one. Look, if you and your significant other looking for something to do for the night, it's going to be a great hangout spot. Okay. Going to be food included, drinks. If you want some adult drinks, those will be available via Cash Bar. We're giving away door prizes. We're sending everybody home with a goodie bag. You do not want to miss this. All right. So August 4th in Columbia, Maryland, at Bus Boys and Poets. That area is a nice area. Right. It's the Meriwether district. So even if you get out the party and you feel like the night is still young, you want to do something, you can literally walk over to another bar, restaurant. There's an ice cream shop right across the place if you want to get some ice cream.
Right there too.
Yes. yes. So get your tickets today.
How was it when you went over there today, Hendo?
It was lovely. Like the place is beautiful, and it offers more than just what you think. Like they offer art, books. Like it is a very dope spot. They let me go walk around and get a look at the place. And I was even more blown away by just the ambiance of the whole development. Because like he said, there are different restaurants and things around there for you to go to. It's even they even had a little water park for kids up the way. Like it is a very beautiful place. So even if you come there, come hang out, have a good time with us. There are other things for you to do afterwards. And I guarantee you will not be disappointed because I wasn't. And I'm a hard person to please.
And there's a lot of free parking there. So parking is not an issue.
Lots of parking.
Got it. So there it is, August 4th. All 6 of us, plus more, Bus Boys and Poets. If you have not gotten your tickets, if you want to get it today, You hit exclamation point tickets. That'll bring up the link. And if you're in here long enough, the link will come up. I got hit in the DMs yesterday about where to get the tickets. I sent them the link. I'm hoping that person went and got their tickets. I think they did. They said thanks. So that's another ticket sold. So don't wait till the last minute, because you do not want to see Mike with the scalp tickets. You don't want to see Mike standing at the door talking, I got tickets.
You don't want them prices, G. You do not want them prices.
You don't want the scalp prices. Trust me, you don't. And then you may not be the right ticket. You might get a ticket from Mike at the door, and then he gonna see him pull off.
But I do want to add to that too, Coach, that y'all need to be paying attention to Hendo, the Rogue Pod, his streams. He will be giving away. He gave away a ticket yesterday. He'll be giving away another ticket. So if you're looking for the freebie, right, a chance to come, well, it's kind of freebie. It's been paid for, but check out Hendo's stream, man. Keep a close eye on his streams, because he will be giving away another ticket to join us.
Gotcha. And another thing, because mine hadn't started yet. If you buy a ticket, and it's the way you can prove it to Brodney and Jose and or Hendo, they'll give you loyalty points. I don't want to overstep my boundaries. That's correct, right?
Yes,
correct. 6,000 points.
And you show it to some kind of way, prove it to them that you bought a ticket.
I get the email.
They'll give you loyalty points.
Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know.
Oh,
Get the
okay,
emails.
there it is. So that's another way to get your loyalty points up. Hey, we got a donation. Appreciate you, Jared. Jared dropped 3. What does it say? Because I'm small over here. If I was on it by myself, I could see it. Hold on 1 second. If I get to you in a minute, Jared.
Is that Jared? Because I want to say shout out to him and his twin brother, who has a birthday coming up Wednesday. Happy early birthday, brother.
Happy birthday.
Yes, sir, Jared.
Be with you in just a second, Jared. Let me get everything situated on my end. Got a lot of tabs open while I was doing some stuff before we got started.
It's all good. But yes,
Appreciate you, Jared.
6,000 points is what we offer on our show if you buy tickets. Is that the same for you, Hendo? I'm not sure what you have.
I offer 5,000.
5,000. There you go. All right.
So somebody need to be in the middle. Why y'all can't be universal, man?
Hendo
We
cheap.
supposed to be, bro.
Okay, then I'll make it be. I'll switch it up to 6,000.
Don't do that, Hendo.
Don't fall for the peer pressure.
He just said, "What up, fellas?" And Wednesday is me and my brother's birthday, so appreciate it. So y'all basically, he was saying Wednesday is him and his brother's birthday. So happy birthday to Jared and his brother Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Also, not to be forgotten about, and I don't know if he's still in here. Brandon Bazel got married Saturday.
Congratulations, Brandon.
Yes,
Congratulations,
sir.
Brandon. Congratulations.
Yeah,
I think he
got
said
that
they
news.
were chilling until they hit to SC tomorrow. I don't know if that's South Carolina or what, but
Southern California.
or
But being that he's close to Maryland, it's probably South Carolina.
Oh, there he is. Congratulations, Bazel, and happy birthday to Jared and your brother.
Indeed.
Bazel, hold up on the baby,
Baby making.
Now practice though. Do
Yes.
all the practicing you can
enjoy the time.
I was gonna say, tell that man, hold up.
No. Do all the practicing you can do. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Enjoy
Shoot outside the club. Don't
Yeah.
shoot up in the club.
Stretch.
Don't shoot the club up.
stretch. Drink water and stretch.
That's it.
Stretch. Make sure you stretch.
Man.
And load your blanks up.
Ooh, yes.
Load your blanks up. No real bullets till you get situated.
Facts.
Use them tracer rounds.
Oh, that's nasty. All right. Let's get back on top.
All right. Before we start,
Hey,
Damn.
as a matter of fact, I got a little something. Mine not here, but this
You
is
got
for
flask?
Bazel.
You got
I ain't got no
flask?
flask. This is for Bazel. For you, Bazel.
Oh, there you go.
For Bazel. This is not my
Oh,
challenge. I'll have mine soon.
Only got
This
one
is
gallon
for
today.
you, Bazel.
What that
For
say
you.
on that, coach?
This is a
Congratulations,
palm
Bazel.
tree
Oh, okay.
for Bazel and for Jared. Salute.
Yes,
And your twin.
Hey, get your water, Chris, for Bazel and Jared.
Yes, sir.
and this is soda, y'all. Y'all know I don't drink.
Yeah, this soda too.
So then what?
Soda and fruit.
It's soda alcoholic.
All right, first question of the day. and we got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 5. We got 5 questions, so we might be short and sweet. What are the chances that we add at least one veteran edge rusher and or a cornerback before or during training camp?
100%.
100.
1,000. Especially the edge rusher.
Yeah.
Which, all right, since we all in agreement that we add in both positions?
Yes.
Corner and edge.
I think edge for sure. I'm gonna say like 80% on corner.
So I don't know. So look, we're definitely adding, right? Now it may not be somebody that's going to go and take a starting position, but we're gonna. I mean, this, Harbaugh can't change his ways. He wants veterans on the team. So we're definitely getting some veterans. That's happening. Now, is it going to be somebody that's going to come right in and take a starting position? That remains to be seen.
Okay. Who y'all looking at? Who of the free agents that's out there? And I don't have a list or whatnot, but just off the top of your head, who are we looking at for either position?
Justin Houston.
Marcus Peters.
Marcus Peters is still out there. I wouldn't be mad at Marcus Peters coming back.
Keep hope alive.
I wouldn't be mad at JPP coming back either, because he's a guy that he has that edge and then that inside versatility too, which is something they don't have on the roster right now. Somebody that could kick in on the inside and also the outside.
You'll take JPP over Houston?
We're taking both.
Yeah, I'm taking both. If I
rotate.
Can. But if I had to choose, I will go Houston. If I had to choose, but like Hendo said, I will go both.
Y'all real confident in that first and second round pick.
Look, I would go JPP for what Chris said, right? I don't want Houston to come back because we have to look. It's sink or swim for our edges, right? Like they got to show that they can ball out. And if they can't, then we ain't got to play around with late round picks and old veterans. That we know we need to focus on in the draft or free agency the following year. But if these guys have something, man, like just let them go out there and play. I don't want any veteran coming in here and hindering them. JPP can, like Chris says, is versatile, so he can go all over the place. He's not gonna mess up what they're doing.
Yeah,
Houston gets in there.
Who's the younger, Houston or JPP?
JPP.
JPP, I believe.
Yeah.
JPP.
What are you saying, Chris?
Yeah, like you were saying, like they're not going to take any reps from those young guys, like as far as training camp and all of that is concerned, like leading up to the season. So they're going to get the reps, those valuable reps that they need coming into the season. Because a guy like Justin Houston, like the hell, he don't want to talk. He don't want to even look at a football until September.
That's true.
So bringing in those guys, and like you said too, in 2019. I think I brought it up a few weeks back where they try to rely on young edge rushers, and things didn't pan out the way they thought they would.
True.
And it's better to have those guys on the roster, those vet guys, just in case Owe doesn't come up or Ojabo doesn't come through like you would want him to. So you don't have to go on the street and look for guys during the season. You can have those in-house vets that you can rely on just in case whatever happens.
Yeah, they should have done that probably back in March rather than July if they wanted somebody they could rely on. Because I actually just looked, Jason Pierre-Paul is older than Justin Houston by 20 days. They're both 34.
Okay.
But that's what Houston does. Houston don't sign till late. He's been doing that the last couple of years.
Yeah, because he's old and he's not Justin Houston anymore. Like they should have gone and gotten somebody who they know can produce. Because at some point, both of those guys are going to go over the edge. They're both close.
Right.
And you don't want to be relying on them, and then it's just gone.
Yeah,
they're both at that cliff. Are we putting too much stock in Ojabo and Owe?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, what's too much stock? Like who? Because if you're talking about dudes that are like, they're going to get 10 sacks, like, come on, like
because we keep forgetting about Bowser. We rarely talk about Bowser, and to me, Bowser's solid. I think Bowser can rush the passer, and he can do some drop coverage if you need him.
And healthy.
And I think you can just rotate the two O's, let them play the same position, and just keep Bowser be the all-time defensive end.
I agree. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're putting too much stock in. I mean, what do we usually expect from first-round picks? right?
And
Huh?
We expect starter quality talent, right? Like starter production. And okay, Owe was raw. All right, this is the third year. Now this is the time that he needs to show that he was worth that pick. Ojabo was a second round pick, and a lot of people had him as a first round grade. All right, well, I mean, yeah, there's some expectation there. You're not fourth and fifth round picks.
True.
Yeah, I mean, I think the expectations is cool. I'm just looking at it from a standpoint. First of all, Coach, I think we leave Bowser out because I mean he's the most consistent one. He's the one that we don't really worry about being an issue. We know we're gonna get out of him. But I'm looking at it from a standpoint if this team is built to make a run, right, and a serious run, I just don't want, like Chris said, in the past where we relied on young players at any particular position and it don't pan out. Now we looking crazy.
Mhm.
So I'd rather us have, some veteran leadership if that's what it's going to be. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I'll say it that way, right? Because I mean, last year, look, we figured they'd be in the mix in one way or another, but I don't know if we thought that we were thinking true Super Bowl contender. I think this year we feeling that way a little bit. So I just don't want to miss out on that chance because we put the defense on the back of these two young guys. I'm not saying, of course, like keep the expectations, just put up or shut up, especially for Owe. Like we need to see something there. But yeah, I don't want to risk it. So I would hope that they bring in somebody, even if it's just to be in a rotational piece. Then I'll be cool with that.
I want 25 sacks from the edge position, not necessarily from one person, because that'd be a record, but from the edge position total, like both sides, whether it be, Owe, Ojabo, Bowser, and whoever else plays edge. Matter of fact, who else do we have to play the edge?
I'm gonna tell you, Coach. There's a proposed trade out there.
Come on now, come on with the.
You talking for Chase?
Chase Young, Patrick Queen in the fourth. So yes, we do that. We're going to get those 25 sacks.
I play more downs than Chase Young. Come on now.
It's different. New team, new system. Listen, new environment.
Same ankles. Same hamstring.
Bruh,
I rolled the dice on. I rolled the dice on him.
I don't want to play for Washington. We're not going anywhere.
People do get healthier when they leave.
You gonna send me? You gonna send me?
Look at Trent Williams. Look at Trent Williams.
Oh, man.
Hurt the whole time he was out there.
Don't buy the anti-Howell propaganda that Coach been putting out over there on More Sense Italia. Right? They all going to place it.
Brandon don't forget
Lamar Jackson.
But then y'all drafted an edge also this year, right? Tavius, I believe.
Who?
What's his name?
The kid from Ole Miss.
Who?
I don't remember where he's from.
Yes,
Davis Robinson.
Nobody was excited about that pick.
I mean, y'all were real excited about Owe, so
no, we were not.
Who?
Y'all.
I got the receipts.
What person?
I got
y'all specifically you two.
I almost fell out my chair.
Let's take it down. All right.
I'm gonna float this name out there. I know
I want to create
this thing's gonna float around the Panther circle. How do y'all feel about Jadeveon Clowney?
Yes. Hey, he's not gonna get the sacks, but
it depends on that price tag. I mean, I think if he's healthy, I think he's a versatile piece, another piece that you can put inside and outside at times. I don't know. He's sitting there, he's waiting on something, but
he's sitting home chilling. Yeah, he's chilling.
Yeah.
But
Cleveland released him.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that, but I'm not trying to. I wouldn't break the bank for him.
Oh yeah, I take him if he's
free agent. Deal. It won't matter what he's making.
He ain't
my
thing is, I don't want to trade PQ. I'm content with letting PQ play this out and let we get to the comp pick for PQ. I don't want to trade PQ.
But
I want to just play it out.
I'm with you, Coach.
And we just get this third round pick.
But Coach, what do we do with them comp picks? And I understand. I understand.
I'm pushing all my chips in for this year.
He's more valuable to Baltimore playing than he would be in what they received for him in a trade.
I don't think we have to give up PQ to get him.
Say it again. No, because Clowney's a free agent, so we don't. That's why I was asking.
No, he's talking about for a Chase. If we traded for a Chase, we wouldn't have to. I don't think we have to give up PQ. I know Bleacher Report or whatever, kind of put that out there. But if we're bringing in somebody like Chase Young, we can trade Oweh or Jabo plus a pick and get that done.
You can
You don't
trade
have to
just
give
a
him.
pick and get that done. Like they're not gonna.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can trade some hedges at the castle for that.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, the kid is obviously talented, right? But he coming off a serious injury. He was running. He was out there last year when he came back running like a wounded horse. So, with that, with bringing in Chase means new contract because they did not take that 5th year option on him. So, and young brother gonna want to get paid. So you're gonna have to. I mean, you just gotta weigh those factors in. I think it's a high risk. But I mean, I'm not saying you wouldn't get any reward out of it. But Chase, Chase has some baggage coming with him. I personally, I'm with you, Coach. You know how we feel about PQ. I want to see PQ and
Roke on.
I think he
what they could
froze.
do.
I think he froze.
Oh, I thought he was going to drop something crazy.
That's right. He just froze.
Say it again, Mike. You froze on.
My bad. I was about to drop a rhyme on y'all. No, what I'm saying, I'd rather see PQ and Roquan play together to start this season to play together. See what they could do. So what B said is 100% correct. I think he's more valuable here than what we could get in return.
I mean, I agree, but I still would go with Chase Young because for me, it's low risk, high reward. Because of his injury history, it's going to dampen that contract talk. Teams aren't going to be rushing out there to give him that big time money because they're going to use his injury history against him. So he comes over here and has a little bit of success.
He's not going to want a contract as soon as he gets here either because he's going to want to go out there and get the 10 sacks and up his value. But
and we do that and win the Super Bowl. Oh well, you go wherever you need to go. We got the Super Bowl. Do you?
Right. Yeah, we win the Super Bowl. We're gonna be chilling for a year or two.
Oh man.
We're gonna be high of life for a couple of years.
10 to be exact. You know how
if you want to be exact, we on year 12 now, ain't it?
Oh, man. we listen, but the Ravens, but the flock has kind of softened their grip on that. They don't talk about 2012 Super Bowl as much as they used to. I give them that much.
You can't.
Yeah, after a decade mark,
they still some of them still try.
And another name, Agent E. Shout out, what up, E? Daniil Hunter, man. Like,
oh man, we should have got him a couple years ago.
out there. So,
but see, that's another point. A couple of years ago, we were saying, trade and go get Daniil Hunter, but he was injured at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He don't look that bad to me. Right. And the same thing could happen with Chase Young.
I mean, but right now, Daniil is he free agent?
No, but
so we'd have to deal with it. Okay.
But okay. Minnesota's trying to unload money.
Okay.
Yep. All right, second question. Unless we want to get into cornerback talk, but we all know we need cornerbacks. Let's get this second. Are we confident in who we have with the loss of Calais Campbell, or are we looking for another piece to fill that role or to fill that hole? In the middle of the defense. And that's kind of I talked about this dude yesterday, a guy we kind of forget about, Michael Pierce. Mm-hmm. Yes, I see your reaction, Hendo. Yeah, another one of Hendo's favorite, Travis Jones, Justin Matabike, Roger Washington, and Brent Urban. I think those are the 5 guys. And if I'm missing somebody, let me know.
Oh, you put Brent Urban on that list,
right? He had 2 good plays in 10 years.
When it was Chase Young, you was all like, "I played more snaps than Chase Young," but you got nothing for Brent Urban.
I seen Brent Urban play more snaps.
You seen him make 3 plays, Coach.
No. I see Brent Urban in the game. I see Chase Young with Redskins. One of these hats on that say Redskins.
All right. Well, listen. This is what we'll do, Coach. We'll put stats.
At least have a hat on.
All right. Well, let's put their stats up together with all the games Brent Urban has played. Let's match stats.
I'm talking about recently.
Oh, okay.
Recently. But anyway, y'all get the gist. Do we need to bring in somebody to help fill the role that Calais Campbell left, or do we have enough guys to fill that role?
I like that group. I mean, Calais was my dog. That's big dog, but I like that group. I mean, I'm expecting the elite forward for Broderick. Listen, if y'all can rewind, right, and go back to one of the first Roundup episodes, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but we gotta see something out of Matabike, right? Consistency out of him. We've seen flashes, of course, man. The kid he can play, but we need him to be that consistent piece that we expected Calais to be, a younger Calais to be, right? If Matabike can step up, Pierce can stay healthy. I mean, the way you broke down the film yesterday, Coach, I'm like, all right, yeah, I got excited again, right? So I'm like, all right, but we know Pierce can play. It's just a health thing with Pierce, and then Travis Jones, that's my boy. I know Hendo ain't really feeling the kid, but and then Broderick Washington. I think Chris, you were high on him last year. You kind of brought him up as he started to play, more and more. You like, yo, look out for this cat. So
Yeah, that's my nephew.
yeah. so I like the group. I don't have a problem with this group.
And I'll tell you how that film came about yesterday. It wasn't planned, but Jose, you remember we were talking off stream, and you were telling me to put a video out there that wasn't kind of time centric, and we talked about talking about gaps and just having something out there that people can kind of go back and look. So yesterday was the day I was going to try to do that. So I went to just go get some still shots of like some Ravens, just some lineups so I could talk about different gaps. And Pierce was making plays. I'm like, man, I forgot about Pierce. And so it turned into that video that you saw yesterday.
Yeah. No, Michael Pierce, man, like I've always liked Michael Pierce, right? His issue has been injuries, staying on the field. When he's on the field, there's no problems with him. In fact, I remember there was an argument to keep him over Brandon Williams at the time, right? Because he was playing that well, and he played well when he was in Minnesota as well. Just injuries, and that's kind of followed him up till now. But if he can stay healthy, or at least somewhat healthy, he provides a lot of value. But no, it's going to be a common theme along this whole defense is we got a bunch of young players that we invested in, right? Because we had to use all 14 picks, guys. Okay, we had to use them. We couldn't trade up. We had to use every last one. Yes, it was a free agent. No, I don't want to bring in any veterans. Why are we spending all these picks on guys if we're not going to let them play? Right? Let them play. And they've shown you some flashes. Travis Jones had a good rookie year, right? Matabike, he's definitely showing you some flashes, but it's about consistency at this point. But it's sink or swim. They gotta go out there and show it. I understand, like we feel like we're close to a championship, so we don't want to take any risks. I get that part. But look, man, like this is exactly why EDC needs to be on the hot seat, because you've been playing around with all these draft classes for so long, and you still have a defense that you're not sure about.
Yep. Let the guys play, and either let them play. Like if let them play, and if they don't play well, then you can hold your coaches to the hot seat for not developing them. Yep. But if you constantly bring in people in to take their reps, then you can't say nothing to the coaches for not developing, because they're not getting the reps. So then you just in a revolving door. Because the coach mean like, well, I couldn't play him because you brought this veteran in that makes this much money, and if we make that much more money, I got to play him. So now the coach got an excuse for not playing the younger guys because I can't develop it unless he gets some PT. So you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, I already think that we found a replacement for Calais Campbell, which is Michael Pierce. Somebody to come in, make some plays, and get hurt and sit out most of the year. We've already got that. So what do we need? But no, seriously, forgive me. I'm looking for them to lean on Travis Jones.
There you go.
Yeah. I'm looking for them. Yes. I'm looking for him to take
finally
a bigger role on his defense, especially when Michael Pierce goes down. I know I'm a joking kid, but it happens every year. He has to prove to me he can actually stay healthy. I know that Broderick Washington is going to be solid, and being that he probably is going to want a big contract, he's going to step up. And like you said, Mike, Justin Matabike, what is he going to do? He's in a contract year. I think he's playing for his future with the Ravens and maybe his future in the league. So he needs to be a little bit more consistent. But I do think they should bring in somebody. Not saying it needs to be a grizzled veteran, but they need to be bringing somebody just for depth. because we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if somebody else is going to go down. We don't know what's going to happen with these younger guys playing more snaps. So, yeah, I just think we need to do something. We can't stand pat. But Jose's right. We drafted 1,000 people and we only used 12.
So as far as that group, as we really looking at Matabike, Broderick Washington, Travis Jones, and Michael Pierce, really those 4. And I agree with you. You need at least a 5th guy to get in there, and in case of injury, that and a guy that's going to go in there that can play, just so you won't be no drop off. Mm-hmm. And I think we all agree that Urban is a drop off.
A slight one.
He's a jump off.
We also didn't mention we didn't mention Project Pat too. You got him.
That might be his role,
just in case.
I mean, you don't need a fullback.
That's where he started.
Might as well. Yeah, might as well.
He started at D tackle. So
where would you rather him play, Coach? Would you rather have him on the interior line, or would you rather have him running 9 routes?
Can I pick C?
off the team?
That's D.
I got you.
C's over there with John holding the cord. Remember back in the day, the coach used to have to walk behind the head coach and roll the wire up. That's what Project Pat need to be. But I really think the role for Pat Ricard on this team is short yardage situation, and I agree with you. Rotating at that D line if need be. He can rotate that D line, and we would get in the goal line situations or 4th and 1 situations. I wouldn't mind Ricard getting carries on 4th and 1. I don't care. He can be a traditional fullback.
Yeah.
Just don't have him running 9 routes. Don't have him in the flats.
Okay,
use one of your tight ends as an H-back.
I'm gonna need a video coach
of what?
Pat Ricard blocking, because I can distinctly recall last season several games, especially I think it was the Cleveland game. We had some 4th and 1 short yardage situations, and this dude was just missing blocks. Like, he doesn't block as well as everybody says he does.
Yeah, it's some good ones out there too. Like I know one person in particular that probably is scared to death of him, and that's Judon. Judon's probably scared to death of him. He mollywopped Judon a couple of times that game. Now I'm sure there are games where he would miss some too, but it's tit for tat. I ain't finna go watch no what's called film. You can get that. I don't want that. I want that time back in my life. I'm finna go find get that. We just have to take each other's word. We have to agree to this. On that. All right. Anybody else want to talk about the defensive tackle position? Or are we good on that?
I throw in one real quick. I'm always with just loading it up. Like the Eagles do. The Eagles, they just bring in dudes, mercenaries basically at this point. Like those, older dudes that they don't need much practice time. They bring them in, but dudes that when the lights are on, they know that can ball unless it's in the Super Bowl. And it's
Sue with them?
Wow. Yes.
Sue was with them?
Sue, they had Linval Joseph, I think. They might have had Reggie White. I don't know. They signed everybody.
And I think Sue came in when somebody got hurt. They signed Sue when
Jordan Davis
got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
They brought in Sue and somebody else.
So if somebody gets hurt, would y'all be cool with Sue coming in?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Gotcha. And if I'm not mistaken, Sue's in somebody's booth right now. Sue's doing TV, right?
Oh, I don't know.
It's possible.
I don't mind Sue either. Sue got a nastiness to him that
I like.
That don't hurt on any type of defense. You know what I mean? You can welcome that.
So that means he's not gonna be on the team because John Harbaugh don't like that.
That's true.
You might punch him in the throat.
Good.
Next up, how would you power rank the 4 AFC North teams? I start with Bryden because he perked up when I said that.
B probably got the most non-biased opinion in this.
I would probably, unfortunately, put Baltimore 1, Cincinnati 2,
Why unfortunate?
Cleveland 3, and Pittsburgh got to be in 4th.
I'm surprised.
I'll go because of recent success. I'll go Cincinnati 1, Baltimore 2, Cleveland 3, Pittsburgh 4.
Damn, coach, you are absolutely correct. I mean, and it's not even recency bias as far as winning. We have a first-year offensive coordinator and a bunch of new receivers. We don't know how they're going to work or if they're going to stay healthy. So you got to go with what you know, and that makes Cincinnati 1, Baltimore 2. Cleveland is slept on. Now, like they give me thought that they could be number 2, depending upon Sean Watson.
They've been paper champions for a minute.
Long.
But
we've been waiting for that. We've been waiting for them to step over that hump for a minute.
It only take one season to pop, and they did that one year with Baker Mayfield.
It's true.
Remember, I asked the question over the last 10 years, who has?
They was in there.
Yeah, they was, but never mind. But yeah, so it's gonna be Cleveland 3, Pittsburgh 4. That's simple.
I'm with Dre Mason. I think Pittsburgh leaps Cleveland.
I think so too.
Okay.
I am never betting against Mike Tomlin. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
Even when you think they are going to be trash, he finds a way to at least get to 500. I don't know how he does it. Every time it's like, yeah, this gonna be the year. They ain't gonna do it.
I mean, they'll be 9-8 and Cleveland 10-7.
Yeah. I just can't bet against them. But
I got
Cleveland, Cleveland just gotta show it. Right, and you're right, Hendo. It takes 1 year, but we've been waiting on that 1 year because they were supposed to follow up off of that 1 year that Baker and them balled out, and they were trash.
It was Baker.
Yeah, but shoot, Baker win the Pittsburgh that year and won, didn't he? Like he
went in there and held on.
I mean,
dear life.
But
nah.
I don't trust Cleveland right now.
I don't either. But listen, I don't think Deshaun Watson, like, he ain't got it no more, right? I think we'll see old Deshaun Watson. That's why I feel. Mm-hmm. But man, what if he is just done? What if he's whacked? Like, that would be such a Cleveland thing, and there's no way to get out of it.
If he done, that is crazy.
That'd be beautiful.
If Watson is done, that is the greatest finesse since Kirk Cousins.
They're cooked. There's no getting out. That's 100% guaranteed.
It would be funny, but it would be a terrible thing because then no other quarterback or other player ever will have an argument to get a guaranteed contract
ever.
So Deshaun better show up and play.
Yeah. They were fighting that either way.
I got it the same way Hendo and Coach have it. Until the Ravens knock them out, the Bengals they're up top. Until the Ravens knock them out. So and then I'm scared of Cleveland. I mean, just they got an O-line, they got Nick Chubb. Like, even if Watson isn't Watson from before, right, even if he's just 70% of the old Watson, you pair that with that offensive line and Nick Chubb, who's it seems like he's going to get pretty much the featured role now with no Kareem Hunt. And look out.
He must be on your fantasy team.
He is. Listen. I had him on my fantasy team, and I've liked Nick Chubb since he came out of Georgia. And the dude went and restructured his deal. He was like, I don't need to break the bank. He took a lowball offer to help out the team. And then I look around and I have him week after week, and I'm just like, all right, my dude doing well. And I look at the end of the season, this man got 1,500 yards. And nobody knows it. Dude's a beast.
What a mistake by taking that contract.
I mean, he said I know what I'm doing. He wasn't all about the money. He said, I'm gonna leave somebody out there for us to build as a team. Just unfortunately, it's Cleveland and they don't know how.
All right. Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, I was done.
Okay. All right, since we mentioned coaches, let's do the same thing but with the coaches.
Oh boy.
Mike Tomlin, what's his name in Cincy?
Zach Taylor.
Whoever that is in Cleveland, and then John
Stefanski.
Ain't no way. I'll go Tom. Go ahead, Zach.
I'm putting Harbaugh above Stefanski. Listen, you guys know how I feel about Harbaugh. He should have been out of here, but I'll put him over Stefanski. But he is third.
I got Harbs. I got Harbs there too.
You got him over Zach Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him at 2.
Let's not forget, Zach Taylor was Joe Burrow away from being out of being out of a job.
He was
After being there for a year and a half.
And Harbaugh
Go
was
ahead, B.
Lamar away from being out of
That's
his
hey,
job.
Thank you.
that's
Thank you.
that's true.
He's
That's
still
true.
bag.
That's true. But he wasn't Lamar. He wasn't Lamar away from being out of a job. This is
He was
100%.
1 week, yo.
He-
One
Just what?
sore elbow, one sore Flacco elbow away from being out of here.
Damn, Malik.
Still is assistant coach.
Look at this.
That's cold blooded, man. That's cold, Malik. That
Dang.
is cold, Malik.
I ain't even that cold, bro.
But I got Tomlin 1, Harbs 2. What's Zach Taylor 3 and the fancy
Yeah.
4.
Okay. I got Tomlin 1, of course. I'll put Zach Taylor 2, because even what you said, Mike, like Mike Brown is a notoriously cheap owner. And what he had to work with in the beginning, no coach could have overcome that. That's why Marvin Lewis kind of failed a little bit.
He had talent.
He did.
had
He had talent sprinkled around, but Mike Brown poor
At the craziest time.
like he caught the Holy Ghost.
Mike Brown is the poorest owner in the league, so he doesn't have that money to throw around. So he didn't do certain things. So I put Zach Taylor 2, Stefanski 3, and
Is
Harbaugh
that
4.
old coordinator still there, or he leave? Didn't he get a job?
Who?
Or the old coordinator for the Bengals?
I think he called it. I think their coach calls his own plays. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
They just-
no,
they just
I'm
move
thinking
roles.
of the D coordinator. You're right. I'm thinking about that D coordinator. You're right. That's who was getting the props.
Oh,
Their D coordinator this year.
I
And
wish
that's
you would have
another-
got hired.
that's another thing. Jim Schwartz is now Cleveland's defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something else to look out for. They took away Joe Wood and kicked his bum self to the
Jim
curb.
Schwartz, he a local cat. He got a soft spot for this area. We'll rip through that.
Super Bowl winning coach, though.
We'll send him some crabs or something. He'll be,
Yeah.
But I'll tell you why John Harbaugh's 4th for me. It's because you have one of the best and most dynamic players in the league at the most important position, and for 5 years you've done nothing but hold him back.
Thanks.
So I mean, we
Can't
can say that
argue with you.
over in Cincy they had some talent, but yeah, he took that talent to the Super Bowl.
Can't argue with you.
And AFC Championship.
Yeah.
Twice, yeah.
I mean, sorry. Yeah.
All right, so today on 4:30 show, the Ravens Daily, we talked about the schedule. Bleacher Report. PFF had the Ravens over and under to win games at 9.5, and my goal was to kind of make them look bad and go through the schedule. And this is my first time really like going through the schedule and predicting the games. And looking at that schedule, that Sapsucker was harder than I expected when I was going through the games. And so the question was, what's the toughest part of the schedule? And I'm hoping that this acts right. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let's see. See when I put this up there.
Yep, we see it.
Y'all can see that?
Yeah,
All
you
right.
see that.
All right. So what's the toughest part of the schedule? So for me personally, this stretch right around, let me see where I get to it. From week 9 to week that 15. So you got the Seahawks, the Browns, the Bengals, the Chargers, that bye week, and the Rams. We don't have a lot of gimme games in here. I tried to do on the show earlier. I tried to go through and get like the guaranteed wins, and I ended up with about 6 or 7 of them. And I had a lot of question marks up there because it's like our division ain't like it used to be. I think we got one of the toughest divisions. What are you guys' opinion?
week 2 to 7 for me. Between week 2 to 6 or 7.
You got the at Bengals, you got the Colts, at Browns, at Steelers, Titans in London, and Lions.
Yeah.
That's a stretch too.
Those 3 division games within that 4-game stretch, and all on the road can derail a season quick if you take some L's right there. So I'm most afraid of that stretch. But I mean, I guess the silver lining is you get them early. Like I think we get the Bengals early, so I think that's a good thing. But Yeah, man. On the road, those 3 division games and a 4-game stretch.
And you come back
tough.
from London with the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah.
I think the
I think
last
it's
4
the-
games
Yeah, well, the last 3 at least. I
or
mean,
3, yeah.
You got to look. Week
Jaguars,
18.
49ers, and
Week
Dolphins.
18 is Pittsburgh. He's
Hold on, let me-
covering it up. But week
Okay, so
18 is
last-
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, so like the last 4
I can
games.
take that off. Let me see
Yeah,
what I
that's
can-
tough. That's
Because
tough.
you
There
know,
it is. There it is.
Yep.
you're talking about 3 playoff teams, Jaguars, Niners, and Dolphins right there. Playoff teams from last year. And then, of course, our division rival, the Steelers, that will love nothing more than to knock us out of the playoffs if we still need that game. So, I mean, depending on how the season goes, that could be a tough stretch right there.
Don't we play them every year?
It seemed like it's starting to make
No, we
its
played the Bengals last year.
Oh, okay.
We played still the year before was last, right? Big Ben's last game, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh no, was that his last game?
Them last 4 games are hell, boy.
Yeah,
Yep.
those are rough. The Jaguars, they're gonna be something serious.
At Jaguars, at 49ers, then Dolphins.
on Christmas. On Christmas.
49ers game. Look, now hear me out.
I
Okay,
want that.
I'm y'all gonna think I'm wilding out, but I ain't trying to. That quarterback situation is in flux, right? So we don't know what that now. They do have a situation. They do have the type of offense where you can plug and play, though, right? So it don't really matter who there, and they're still dangerous. But
By that time of year, Mike Purdy,
that's what I'm about to say.
Purdy should be back. Yeah.
And even if he's not, listen, that's week 16.
Right.
They're going to find somebody.
By then.
Yeah.
Throw Joe Montana in there if they have to.
Hey, all else fails, they'll put Debo back to that thing.
Yeah.
Christian McCaffrey. That's their backup emergency quarterback.
So, question: do you guys prefer a harder schedule or a softer schedule?
Harder.
Same.
Because if you get that softer schedule, once you get into the playoffs, you're not prepared.
I agree.
Yeah, a tougher schedule have you battle tested. If you can pull out enough to get in the dance.
Yeah.
If you can pull out enough to get in the dance.
Yep, I agree. I want to see exactly what we're made of.
I feel like they did us dirty as far as like stretches of away games. Like,
I mean, they did.
I mean, if you look at that,
You only got 2 in a row.
But you know what though? At Browns, at Steelers, and then you have to go to London.
Oh no, we at home. We at home 3. We are home.
Oh
at 3.
yeah, that one is.
We
No,
home.
that's 3 in a row. On the road. At Browns, at Steelers, in London.
Yeah.
We at home 3 in a row though. Seattle, Browns,
They did mix it.
Bengals.
Yeah.
I think the dirty part was giving a bye week in week 13, waiting so late into the season.
And not having it after London.
Well, the Ravens declined that, so we can't
okay.
put that on the NFL. The Ravens
Okay.
actually declined to have their bye right after London.
Gotcha.
Going to Arizona right after that.
Mm-hmm. That should be a good one.
Yeah, but if they come through this, man, they'll be bad. If they can survive this, they'll be battle tested, and it'll be the good thing about it is you see a fair amount of playoff team on this schedule, so you'll be familiar, be ready for that.
Christmas Day, though, that's the one I want. I want to see that game because I want to see how this offense goes up against that defensive line. You know, they just got Javon Hargrave from the Philadelphia Eagles to make that defensive line. Even
Half that defensive line gonna be on IR by then.
How many playoff teams on this schedule? One. Steelers didn't make it last year, did it?
They did not.
Not last year, no.
So one.
Seahawks,
Lions, right?
Chargers.
Lions did not make it.
Nice.
No.
Chargers made it 3.
Counted 6.
Dolphins.
Jaguars 4. 49ers 5. Dolphins made it
Yeah.
Yes.
6. Okay, so 6. And it just seems tougher than that though.
Well, we play the Bengals twice. I mean, our division games, and we expect the Browns to be better. We expect, the Steelers are always tough for us.
Lions
Listen,
are tough. Seahawks
Lions are tough. Yeah.
We struggle against the Titans. Like even though they're not playoff teams, they are very good teams out there.
Yeah.
Like this, even the Rams.
Y'all better not struggle against the Titans.
Because to me, the only games that I would say are for sure wins are them games with them rookie quarterbacks. The Texans and the Colts
And the Cardinals.
and the
Oh, yeah.
Cardinals.
And the
In the
Rams.
Rams.
And the
we
Rams.
better- we
And the
better
Rams.
win
My goodness,
I ain't
what's
seen the
going
Rams.
on with Ravens fans in here, man?
And I would say the Titans too. I know the Titans played them tough, but I mean they don't
Yeah.
scare me at all.
It's not even about
Y'all
the
can't
Titans. It's about
handle
going.
Jared Goff.
It's about going to London. That's the part. It's just I don't know.
we got that PTSD from
The last
from
time I
that
went to
Jackson
London, it
Jaguars.
got ugly, boy.
Ugly. Ugly is not the word.
Y'all want a bold prediction?
What's
Go
up?
ahead.
Christmas Day. We
Okay.
smoked them. We smoked them.
You think so?
You know what I'm thinking as I'm looking at that game?
Mm-hmm.
When
We
we
should
was
go out there?
prime time and we went out there to play the Rams and everybody thought, and we smoked them. I'm just getting that type of vibe from that game for some reason. So I'm a jump out there, bold prediction. We smoked the 49ers.
Hey, the last time we played them, Ryan Stanley manhandled Bosa.
Mm.
That's one of the better videos on my channel. The Ryan Stanley
Sure.
manhandled Bosa.
I think Ryan Stanley's back this year, like
Mhm.
100%.
Gotcha.
But what about that right side?
12 and we ain't
We ain't
talking
gonna talk about that.
12 and 12. What? How many? 17 games? 18.
12 and 5.
17. 12 and
17.
5. Does 12 and 5 win the division? Can 12 and 5 win the division?
Yes.
I think so.
I don't think the Bengals will win 13.
You don't think so?
No.
I think it's gonna take 13 games. Listen, I know you say the Bengals may not win that many, but one, they've upgraded once again their offensive line, which was their Achilles heel. They got rid of Eli Apple. Like you let go to Op, so that's just addition by subtraction right there. Like,
But where do y'all think, outside of obviously the wide receiver 1 and 2, where do you think Cincinnati's better than Baltimore?
Better than Baltimore?
defensive line.
Yeah, D-line.
Yeah, because that during Reader.
And
They're
Trey
a,
Hendrickson.
And running back.
They're a different
They're not
defense
better
when
running
DJ Reader plays. No, they're not better than when you put the running back like Mixon is better than JK.
Mm-hmm.
Mixon is better than Gus. But when you put the whole running back room versus their whole running back room, I think the Ravens running back room is better.
Yeah, because P Ryan is
Mixon,
gone. So
Mixon ain't been performing like he's better
Right.
the last couple of years anyway.
Right.
Yeah, but we don't use our running backs.
No, but they perform better than Joe Mixon. So
I mean, I think the obvious is clearly the wide receiver, right? We'd say they got us.
Yeah.
They got us there.
He said other than what?
Other
receiving
than that,
quarterback.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I see B's point. Like, like we have a pretty good. We upgrade our wide receiver room.
man.
We just had the better defense flat out.
Yeah,
for sure. And I think last year we showed, Lamar out there, they can't hang with us.
They barely hung with you with Tyler Huntley.
That's
right.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm looking
That's what
at.
you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at this division. I think with Greg Roman gone and a healthy Lamar Jackson, they're clearly the best team in the North.
I'm gonna be honest with you. McDonough had a great plan for the Bengals.
He did. I was just thinking that.
He had a great plan for the Bengals.
He
the
did.
offense didn't help him.
Yeah.
The
well,
offense
no,
didn't help him.
Tyler Huntley didn't help him.
He played offense on it.
No. Wait, listen. They were down at the goal line. That the offense didn't fumble the ball.
That's the
Tyler
coach's
Huntley
fault.
did.
Yeah. Why you call that? Why call
That's the
that?
coach. That's the coaching. Give the ball to J.K. Dobbins.
Because why you put the ball straight up in the air?
And then look at the refs and like, I got it.
Like, no, you were 2 yards short.
Go out into the sky, right?
But to your point though, Coach, like Burrow ain't look great at all in that game.
Mm-mm.
He did not look great in that game. He seemed to have him a little bit off his rocker, a little bit confused. I don't know what it was, but he wasn't, he wasn't the one that torched us up for 500.
Right.
So I agree with you. I think he did.
I just know we can't as good as the defense played that game. You're gonna have to come with a totally different game plan with elements of it in it, because if we try to run the same thing out there and say, hey, we did it last year, but we're gonna eat that crap up. Eat that crap up. And I stay out of man. Whatever you do, stay out of man.
Listen. So I'm not trying to rain on anybody's maybe parade, but the whole Bengals offensive line was hurt for the playoff game. And nobody wants to take that into consideration. I'm not saying that's the reason that things were kept close, but their whole offensive line was decimated.
Mhm.
So that kind of plays a
I
factor in.
ain't got no pass rushes anyway, though. So
I mean, I think what offsets that is, I mean, who our quarterback was.
Yeah.
Owe actually played well that game.
did he? Or did he play well for Odata?
Let me get that man credit.
Everybody got quiet.
Right.
Okay, what's the next topic?
Right, exactly. Great segue into the last one. Great segue into the last one. All right. So our boy, my executive producer calls him not Daddy Long Legs. Babe, what'd you call him? Timmy Long Legs. Timmy Long Legs. Victor Wembanyama. He played his 2 summer league games and they shut him down. His first game he had like 8 points and was constantly on the ground. Looked extremely
like
weak.
Bambi.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. Look
exactly.
like a baby deer, exactly, Chris. And then last
That's
night
what I'm here for, man. This basketball stuff.
he came out with 27 points and looked better.
Mhm.
What were you guys' takeaways from his 2 games and his controversial slap non-slap? So we can just put it all into context.
Yeah. Listen, he got his feet wet in the first game. He said it himself. He didn't know what he was doing out there. I don't think they're really trying to give him any real direction. They're like, hey, just go out there, play some basketball. He's wanting to kind of get a look at you a little bit. He's obviously more comfortable in the second game. He looked really good. And yeah, that was it. As far as the 5 fingers to the face, listen, that's on Brittany. All right, me and him discussed it. That's on Brittany.
White crime right there.
Look, that's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. You know, some people are trying to say that she didn't slap herself, but she slapped herself, right? She went and tried to touch him. They smacked her hand away, and she ended up hitting herself in the face, and she was embarrassed by it. But her being, you know, a mega star herself, she should know how it is. You can't just walk up on somebody with security. Like, what person do you know that's walking around with security that you can just go walk up to him and touch him? You can't do it.
You said it, Jose. She of all people, she at one point in her life she couldn't go to the bathroom without security.
Right.
She of all people should know that.
Right.
But I think her point is that security should have recognized her.
Yeah. But I'm Brittany.
and not backhanded her hand.
I don't think dude security was even paying. I don't even think he was taking a chance. Like,
he didn't even look at her.
Right. He had one job, right? And I think that was the head of security for the Spurs. So he had one job. Nobody touches this kid, and you make sure he get to where he going safe at all times. And he saw that hand coming. He was like, I think you should give him credit for how fast he did it, how quick he was.
Look, they said you saw what happened with Zion. Keep the women away from our 19-year-old star. All right.
There you go. There you go.
What about his game, Mike?
Look, man. I think so. Some people took my tweet wrong, right? Because I tweeted, I said, "Hear me out." Right now, I do think he has the skill, the game to be good. I think he's going to be really, really good player in this league. That's not what I'm questioning. But with that type of draft stock, people are saying you're not just only the greatest prospect since LeBron. Like, some people are saying the greatest ever. It's a lot of pressure, right? And I think we sleep on just how well LeBron, as an 18-year-old kid, handled all of that pressure, right? And so I think that puts LeBron in a class, of his own, kind of, because, like, you gotta give props to that, to be that young, handle that this long without no real controversy or anything with his career, right? So what I'm questioning is, if this dude can handle that type of pressure, because we seen what happened, right? First game, now me, and Chris, being the basketball expert he is, we understand when you having a bad, he had a bad game. We not tripping off of that. True peers of the game, no, he just had a bad game. Like, we're not gonna react and say, oh, he sucks, right? But the media, the casual fan, and all of the above are going to look if they pick that one game apart. Oh, look at him, man. He can't do this. He sucks. Da, 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 da. Right. I just hope the kid can weather that type of pressure. I think he's in the right place, right? San Antonio is perfect place for that, but a lot gonna come down on him, and they're gonna pick his game apart. Even the game yesterday where he had 27, right? The only highlights you really saw was the ones when he airballed the 3, right?
Mhm.
The one when he made a mistake. So they're gonna pick apart his mistakes, and I just hope as a young kid like that, and that he can handle that. But I think he's gonna be a star in this league for sure. But
Yeah.
it's just handling that pressure. That's supreme pressure that's coming on that kid.
I don't think that the pressure is going to be too much of an issue for him. I mean, he's a guy like, yeah, he's very young, but he turned pro at like 15. Like, so he's been a professional basketball player for years already. And granted, it's not the same level of league, but I mean, you're still dealing with the eyes on you playing pro ball over in France. And as far as his skill, I mean, I think that he's a superstar in waiting. But yeah, I think he'll be okay in terms of the media and all that. Just I think he's dealt with it to a certain degree already in his pro career in France.
And
I'm waiting on this dynamite commentary from Chris. I'm just
he's in deep thought right now. He's about to say something very profound.
Listen, in all my years, man, of watching this game, I've been there next to Sonny Vaccaro watching these high schoolers. I seen them all. And what this kid did to bounce back from that horrific first game was very impressive. Very, very impressive. So, it's there's guys that are dogs and then guys that are wolves. And that mindset that he had in that second game, it was wolf-like.
Teen Wolf like.
I'm gonna leave y'all on that
one. Hey, and that, my friend, is the bottom line.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Hey, and the thing is, no, that's a joke. That's an inside joke. You got to be from Mississippi to know that one. That's an inside joke. Go ahead, Hendo.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, listen, this young man has had just pressure heaped on him since he was young. Listen, you grow up, you 7 feet tall. They're going to expect you to dominate in basketball. And they said he was the next LeBron James. So he had that pressure. Of course, you go to another country and you're playing in your first game, they're going to be a little bit of jitters. I don't care how great you are. LeBron James, he didn't do well when he first started out. And everybody kind of was like, ugh. But look how he turned out. I just think that, like Mike said, them showing all his mistakes and all the things that he isn't doing right, it's an agenda out there. It's an agenda being pushed that these foreign players are overtaking the NBA. They are the better players because, like you said, they turn professional at 13, 15 years old. They're professional athletes. They're professional ball players at that time, and they practice the fundamentals. They don't want to do the flashy and all this other stuff. They perfect the game, and it's starting to scare people because they're becoming the dominant players in that league. And like even with the finals, you can't market Nikola Jokic in the finals, and that's why a lot of people's like, "Oh, this is the worst finals ever." It's boring. But I think that this young man is going to be a superstar. Like you can see the talent is there. It's just as he had the drive and the mental capacity to handle everything around him that's going on to make it there. But I think he's going to be fine. Like this is the G League. He ain't really playing nobody.
They're a little late with that agenda because I mean you can make an argument that the top 3 players in the league right now are all foreign players. So.
That's Jokic,
Jokic, Giannis, and Luka.
Giannis.
Yeah.
What's the over under Britney Spears will get tickets to the opening day game?
Under.
I think we'll see her out there. I think they're going to embrace. Yeah.
Under.
She ain't what she used to be.
It don't matter. All this stuff brings publicity. It's going to draw fans to come watch the game.
Man, Britney Spears might drop an album.
She might drop a diss track.
and that's why they're going to drop them tickets on.
Right. Exactly. Hey, Hendo.
Yes, sir.
Let people know what's going on with your channel. Everything that you got going on, include your giveaways and all that stuff. Let it all be said.
Oh, well, listen, I guess now that Mike put it out there, I'm gonna have to do it. I said I was thinking about giving away
My bad.
a second ticket.
I mean,
but since he put it in the
I
atmosphere,
cash app you 25.
Nah, since he put it in the atmosphere, I guess it's gonna be done. So if you come over to the channel, my channel, the Rogue Pod on YouTube, I give out loyalty points, and you get loyalty points just by showing up, interacting, leaving tips, joining the Patreon, or buying tickets to the August 4th meet and greet. I give away a prize every month, so make sure you come in, have some fun, chill with us. Also, I do a live stream on Tuesdays whenever you get done. On Friday, yeah.
Oh.
I used to do it at 6, but you started doing your video, so I pushed it back. So whenever the video's in,
that'll be done in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. And then no biggie, coach. I also do a live stream on Fridays. Also on Fridays at 6 p.m., you can find me with Mr. Galloway doing electric relaxation, talking all things hip hop, especially old school. Sunday, we just did a live stream interview with a gentleman from across the pond over in the UK.
Super dope, by the way.
Dope. Yeah.
So we trying to do some things over there. Then also I do a live stream on Sunday evenings. It's just talking Ravens, but I'm gonna start opening it up more to some other things until the season starts, because the information is getting really dead. I'm trying, like I'm going through them dumpsters looking for information, and it's getting real hard to find stuff to talk about. So I got
dog days of July, man.
Dog day, yes indeed. And also I just started my own website, theroadpod.com. So all of us here, along with Suge Knight and Ferris over at Let's Get Ready Network, all of our channels are on the website. Also, the information for the meet and greet is there. So, check it out. Let me know if you like it.
You forgot something that Yolanda keeps talking about.
What is that?
Wednesday.
I want to say they like Yolanda's your co-host.
The pop-up stream?
Yeah, that.
I don't know, man. We're going to play that by ear.
I don't like this direct competition you're trying to do here.
Chris.
Forget you, Brady.
Find me at Chris Just Joking on Twitter and the Deep Cover Pod. I know Hendo and LBHC crew, they're going to be giving away 6,000 points, but at Deep Cover, we're going to give you 10,000 Deep Cover bucks. Make sure you tap in with us August 4th.
Hey, appreciate it.
Chris, when you said your Twitter handle, I just thought about that tweet last night when they showed Brittany Griner, Brittany Griner dunking. You was like, okay, oh man. If you want to laugh, you gotta follow Chris. You gotta follow Chris.
Hilarious.
Boy, you funny, boy. You are funny. Go ahead, Mike.
I forgot. Oh yeah, Eric, ugly ass Derek White got the haircut too.
Yeah,
it's popping.
Damn, this one it couldn't get any worse.
Bullied that man.
Hendo, I got a message for you, Hendo.
How do you know the message was for me? Conjecture and speculation.
I did. Y'all did mention Wednesday. I ain't want to say nothing.
Huh?
But anyway, look, my name is OTR Mike. I'm host of Open Mic with OTR Mike. Go over there and subscribe to the channel, man. I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. I'm getting there, man. I got a little ways to go, but I know y'all gonna help me out. I appreciate y'all in advance. Look, I had 2 live streams this week myself. So if you want to go over there and you want to learn about Adam 22 and Kiki Palmer, and their relationship choices, you can go and see that. And if you want to, what was the other one I did?
The party, the club thing.
Oh yeah. If you washed up, if you think you washed up, man, do you wish you were still younger? Do you miss being young? Right? Go over there, man. I touch on all of that. So I'm also 1/3 of Ring Kings podcast, man. We did a stream this past Saturday for the Boots in this fight. Look, it's just the best boxing podcast on YouTube, right? Some of these other spots, right? I ain't look, no shade. Okay, those dudes are dope, but they can be a little ornery, right? If you don't know what you're talking about. Us, we welcome you in. We welcome the casual fan in. right? And we teach you, and we let you know about different prospects, why there's so many damn belts in boxing, and all of the above, right? All the weight classes and all of that. So go over there and subscribe as well. We on the road to 500 there also, and then you can find me. You can follow me at OTR_Mike, and that's on Twitter, and then everything else is there. So appreciate y'all.
NB.
What's up?
It's a big.
I said Jose NB.
Okay.
Oh, he said me. Yes, me and B, we are the Lunch Break Hot Take. We do a live stream every Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the Overtime Show, which you can find on patreon.com/LBHT Show. And we talk about everything on Overtime Show. All right. If you want to hear about a gang of killer whales out there tipping over boats led by White Gladys, all right, go over there. Okay. This Wednesday, I think we found our topic already. Okay, and you're not gonna want to miss that. We might even tease it a little bit later on tonight or tomorrow. But yes, that's gonna be a good topic. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at LBHT Show. And Mikey mentioned Ring Kings podcast. You can follow us on all your social media platforms at Ring Kings Pod. And like Hendo, we have a website, lbhtshow.com. A lot of similar information over there. If you're an audio listener, you want to listen to any of our podcasts while you're working out, driving, whatever, go over to lbhtshow.com and you can click on any one of our shows. Also, if you like that shirt that Hendo was wearing right there, you can get that on the shop too. Okay, lbhtshow.com/shop is where you go. All right. Oh, and one more thing: when you go to our website, you'll see a green box that pops up. It's going to ask you to sign up for our newsletter. Our newsletter is coming soon. It's being designed by our very own Will G. All right. So salute to you, Will G. Thank you for helping us out with that. Sign up for that. That will also get you points on our channel. Okay. 1,000 points. Easy points. You ain't got to spend no money.
So I normally do this when everybody's talking, but I forgot. So I want to show it while everybody's up there. So the deep cover pod, I want, when you're looking for it, if you don't click the link in the description, this is what it looks like. This is their logo. Lunch Break Hot Take, this is their logo. I'm sure you know it. Ring Kings, this is the logo for that. It's on Jose's shirt, if I'm not mistaken. Jose, you got the Ring King shirt on, right?
I do.
Okay. OTR Mike, this is his. Roll Pod, this is his. He changed it, so I had to scroll down a little bit because I had the old logo up there. And the new hotness right now that's going on. Almost at the tally. That's what the countdown is. Today was number 18, and it was what team was number 18?
Packers.
The Green Bay Packers, the Lambeau Leapers. Hey, that thing is going well. Again, we're gonna recap it Wednesday with Lunch Break Hot Take. It'll be whatever number to whatever number, and I'll kind of go into detail and whatever questions they have, we'll talk about them. But if you have not subscribed to More Sip the Tally, please go over there and do so. The power rankings are going on. They've been going on for right around 2 weeks now. We're on number 18. We started at 32. So we're a little over. Well, no, we're not halfway. We're almost at the halfway point. And I got to kind of stay focused because you guys are not at halfway point. Me personally, I'm almost through. I'm almost done. So I kind of almost not give stuff away because I almost said stuff that I shouldn't say a couple of times, but I'm almost done. But it's been fun, and I'm glad I just randomly decided to do it. It was extremely difficult and nerve-wracking to do it at first, but I'm glad I decided to do it. And since YouTube changed, like Mike mentioned earlier, YouTube changed their monetization, and that was one of the reasons I decided to do it, because I was right at the subscriber threshold, but I was short on the watch hours. So I think I'm about 400 hours short on the watch hours. So hopefully I can get that during the season and get that second channel monetized. And that's what I'm shooting for, to have both of them monetized and, have some big things going. That's why we're going. But go over to More Sip the Tally and start watching the countdown, because you ain't got nothing to do the rest of the night. Start on 32. It's in the playlist. And let it run on your TV. You let it run on your phone.
And that's for the streets over there.
Exactly. Right. Mm-hmm. It's for the street. That's for the whole other 31 teams. All right, let it run while you're driving to work or while you brushing your teeth tonight before you go to bed. If you brush your teeth before you go to sleep, let it run. Let it run. But you can follow me on Twitter at Coach Evans 9, TikTok Sip the Tally Films, Instagram Sip the Tally Films, and I appreciate everybody for coming out. Any closing words other than August 4th? Get your tickets.
Yeah, I got one. I got one more thing, Coach. Look, man, we all got Patreons and Cash Apps. So this is the slogan, man. I don't know if y'all can see that.
That is.
The best nation is a donation. Let me hold something. We out of here.
Hey, and again, fantasy football season's right around the corner. We got one league filled. We're looking to fill another. I need about 10 more. So sign up for the Patreon at patreon.com/sip the tally. Patreon.com/LBHT crew. Patreon.com/ since he difficult. Road Pod. Patreon.com/ what is it?
OTR Mike.
OTR Mike. So I appreciate you guys, man. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all faithfully come back and rock with us every Monday that we here. And we appreciate y'all. Peace.
Peace.